Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Alpha Ice Center here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My name is Brendan Flato. I'm going to be bringing you the coverage of tonight's game. Apologies for the silent first period. Got caught up at the women's soccer playoff game covering that one. Went to double overtime and then penalty kicks. So took a little bit longer to get over here, but I'm here now, and I'm ready to bring you the play-by-play for this second and third period. We're about a minute and 50 seconds from the players taking the ice, and I'll rejoin you then. Alrighty, and we are ready for the second period here from the Alpha Ice Complex here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of your Duquesne Dukes. My name is Brendan Flato. I'll be bringing you the rest of tonight's action. It's been a pretty physical game so far. Both teams going back and forth. It's 13-11, the advantage for IUP for the shots on goal. According to the scoreboard, there is 4 seconds remaining on a penalty here. So we will start with IUP on the power play to begin this second period. "12 seconds is going to be what remains here on the IUP power play. The Crimson Hawks come into this one undefeated. They're playing to a 0-0 score so far against the Dukes. This one will be sent all the way in on Gagne. He'll deflect it towards the corner. Last seconds on the power play. A shot from the slot. It goes wide. Here come the Dukes the other way, up the near boards. Maldonado brings it in. Sends a backhand shot on net, and that one is turned away by the Crimson Hawks. Connor Halpart in net for the Crimson Hawks as he sends that one off the pad. It deflects into the corner. And Duquesne gets it, a wrist shot from the boards, turned away by Halpart. This one goes all the way in the neutral zone. Pressure from the Crimson Hawks. Duquesne has it. They'll send it across ice in the neutral zone. Man down in the middle. That's Fairman. Into the slot, the wrist shot. Saved with the pad. A follow-up attempt. Knocked away. We got a slash here as Zachary Rich's stick was slashed in half there. And the Dukes will head to the power play. Penalty is going to go against Jace Reckick for IUP. He'll join a couple of friends over there in the IUP penalty box. But nonetheless, it's a power play for the Dukes. Duquesne unable to keep this one in the zone. They'll bring it all the way back into the defensive end. Pressure from IUP. Duke's unable to connect. Originally they're in the neutral zone. They'll dump this one all the way in. Behind the get is Halpart. He leaves it in front of his own net, but a defender is there for the Crimson Hawks. Duquesne controls in the neutral zone. They reset into the zone. Centering pass. They couldn't connect. Number 44 was there for Indiana. A minute 21 to go here on the power play. The Dukes looking to break a scoreless tie here. This one will go all the way down, deflected by Gagne. Tristan Lloyd back to get it. This one is sent into the neutral zone. Rich, the first to get it for Duquesne. He'll dump it into the zone. Giving chase was Maldonado. He's got it behind the net. He centers. And a nice poke check there by IUP to send it all the way down. Lloyd will retreat to get it. They'll send this one off the boards, but straight to a Crimson Hawk. And a nice job to take it away by Dominic Lombardo there. They'll send this one around. Precious time ticking off of the power play for the Dukes. We're down to 30 seconds. Lombardo. A big collision there, and now it's a one on nobody. Into the zone, they shoot and they score. A short-handed goal there for number 57, Shane Miller. And that gives IUP the lead. Shane Miller, the captain for the Crimson Hawks squad, has a short-handed goal with 23 seconds remaining on the power play. And IUP leads it 1-0. Duquesne will get this one into the zone. Centering pass, or correction, a shot there. And an easy save as we got a little bit of a scuffle going on here behind the net. The refs are going to bring this one out to the neutral zone. 15 seconds to go here on the Duquesne power play. One that has resulted in a shorthanded goal for Indiana. This one sent all the way behind the net. 5 seconds on the power play. Duquesne will likely just try and set up an offense. This one is out into the neutral zone. IUP kills the power play and then some, getting their first goal of the game. Now in the neutral zone, Duquesne will dump this one all the way in. Halpart comes out from behind his net to corral that one. And it will be sent all the way down the ice on Gagne, so it won't be icing. This one will go all the way down. No icing on the call, even though it didn't appear to be touched as it went through the neutral zone. As Duquesne now the other way. Ethan George the first to get it for the Dukes. In the corner, the centering pass. A good job by the IUP defense to tangle up the sticks of Duquesne. Ethan George will send this one up. We have a whistle here. It appears to be offsides is the call from the refs. IUP wins the draw. Battle for it near the neutral zone, now in the Duquesne defensive zone. Crimson Hawks have it, searching for options. They have possession, they turn it over. Dom Casale down towards the corner for the Dukes. The puck is loose, and possession is won back by IUP. Looks like we'll have another neutral zone draw here. (18-15). The shots favor the Dukes with 15 minutes and 4 seconds to go here in the second period. The Crimson Hawks get it into the zone but haven't controlled possession yet. Now they will at the blue line. Smelzer sends that one all the way down. From the slot, a wrist shot. That one's off the crossbar. Here's another shot, and it goes wide. Duquesne will get this one all the way down the ice. Lombardo is the first one there for the Dukes. Now in neutral zone, they'll bring it in. That one's going to be offsides. Lombardo is not able to touch up there. And we'll have another neutral zone draw. Oh, a big collision on the boards there. As IUP is able to win back the puck. Through the neutral zone, they bring it in. Numbers on defense for Duquesne. Centering pass, a shot, saved by Gagne. Great job by Gagne there to stand his ground as he makes another great save on the redirect. A backhand shot blocked, and now here comes Duquesne. Baskiner back for Duquesne. A big collision behind the net. Baskiner lost his stick, and so did a Crimson Hawk. The referee's got one of them, but the other one still lays behind the net. This one sent all the way down on Gagne. He'll deflect it to the side. And Duquesne will just send this one down. IUP will dump this one in. It's knocked out of the neutral zone. Now right back, here comes IUP with speed into the slot, and a great poke check there to knock that one away. A shot from up near the blue line goes just wide. Duquesne will control it behind the net. Nice spin there. They'll avoid the stick laying out on the ice. Barger sends this one up. And offsides is the call. Adams for IUP was not able to get out of the zone. Neutral zone draw won by the Crimson Hawks. They just dumped this one in all the way on Gagne. He'll let it go wide. As we see the physicality ramping up again. A couple of collisions along the boards. Duquesne will send this one all the way down. There was another big hit along the boards, back on the other side of the ice. IUP behind the net. They're controlling now, they bring it through the neutral zone. They get past the center line and dump this one all the way in. The Dukes are the first to get it. Icing will be the call here. 11-12 to go here in the second period. Duquesne leads the shots on goal 18-1, but IUP leads on the scoreboard 1-0 following a shorthanded goal on Duquesne's previous power play. Madala will take the draw for Duquesne. It's won by IUP, and they bring it through the neutral zone. Bass kind of the first defender there for Duquesne as IUP continues to move up. Another stick is lost there, and Madalo has it for Duquesne. Shot in on Gagne. He deflects that one wide. And now here comes Duquesne into the neutral zone. They control the puck up to Zachary Rich. Rich on the near boards. He'll wait. Now send it behind the net. A centering pass, nobody home. And a shot from the blue line. It's loose in front of the net. And IUP is able to clear. Now here come the Crimson Hawks the other way. Tried to go between the legs there. The defender wouldn't bite for Duquesne. Nobody home there for the Crimson Hawks centering pass. A shot from the blue line, saved by Gagne. Another shot, that one goes wide. At the blue line, a shot deflected away by Gagne. They'll battle for it behind. Now IUP has it at the blue line. He whiffs on that shot, but gets it back. At the point, wrist shot deflected. And now for the slot, wrist shot saved by Gagne. IUP gets it at the point, saved by Gagne. All the way down the ice, Voldian will win it for Duquesne. It's the battle for it behind the boards. Duquesne has it. In the corner now. At the blue line, a shot. The redirect is saved by Herport. Now all the way down. A collision there, and that one is... That one is appearing to result in a penalty. Penalty is going to go against Finn Moss for Duquesne. Baskiner and Lloyd come on for Duquesne here on the penalty kill. 9:02 to go in the third period. IUP wins the draw. At the blue line. Rierick sends that one back across. IUP will wait. Now into the slot. A wrist shot saved. Gagne able to glove that one, and he'll hold on to it. We'll have a draw here in the Duquesne defensive end. IUP will take their time here. 1:30 to go on the power play. Rierick sends that one across, and we got a whistle. The goal came dislodged there. That was the reason for the whistle, so we'll have a face-off to the left of Gagne. 8:33 to go in the second period. Another whistle directly after the draw. Looks like they're having trouble getting the goal to stay put here. A 1:28 on the power play. IUP gets it in front. Gagne stops it originally. It's still loose in front, and now Gagne is able to cover. And a little bit more back and forth behind the Duquesne net. A great job by Gagne there to cover that one after making the original save. Minute 20 left on the Finn Moss penalty. Now here's a shot, and it's gloved by Gagne. IUP ran a great play there to get Rierick a look from the slot, but his slap shot was denied by the glove of Gagne. A lot of whistles here on this power play. IUP gets it in front. That shot goes wide. Now out to the blue line. They wait into the slot. Wrist shot turned away by Gagne. IUP will take their time, under a minute on the power play. It's in front of the net, and Duquesne will just send this one all the way down, getting a much-needed clear. They'll also use this as a time to change, but IUP quickly up the other way through the neutral zone. They get it into the zone. A shot on Gagne, and he turns it away. Gagne making a flurry of saves here as Malloy brings it back for IUP. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Here come the Crimson Hawks through the neutral zone. Adams will dump this one all the way in. And Duquesne is able to get the clear. Doesn't go all the way down, but 15 seconds as IUP has in the neutral zone. And it's taken away. In on goal, and a great poke check, and we got a penalty. Looks like we're going to get a penalty shot here. So Jason Tucker had a lane to the net there. He was taken down by an IUP Crimson Hawk. The referees say that that was a clear play towards the net. They will reward Tucker with a penalty shot here. So with 6 seconds on the IUP man advantage, Duquesne can get the second shorthanded goal of today's game. Tucker will bring it to the far boards, moving in slowly, and he loses it. Mishandled there by Jason Tucker on this penalty shot attempt. And now we will have a center ice face-off here. Or correction, a face-off in IUP's defensive zone. 6 seconds left on the power play. Six seconds on the power play. IUP has it behind the net. Finn Moss will exit the penalty box. And immediately, there is a collision in the neutral zone. I believe icing is the call. 25-18, the shots on goal favor IUP. They were able to get 6 on net there on that power play, but none of them resulted in a goal as Gagne stood his ground very well throughout that man advantage for the Crimson Hawks. Now the draw won by Duquesne, but IUP gets it in the middle to the slot. The pass into the middle is turned away by Duquesne. Now a shot on Gagne and it's in. It's number 88, Gavin Filson, the forward, who saw the loose puck out in front of the net when is able to sneak it by Gagne to give IUP a 2-0 lead. Duquesne will dump this one all the way in, and it's icing. A spin shot there by the Crimson Hawks, turned away by Gagne. He'll turn away the follow-up attempt, and Duquesne will now bring it into the neutral zone. Barger sends this one in. Fast Kiner will send this one up. It was tipped, so it won't be icing. Now here come the Crimson Hawks the other way with speed through the neutral zone. Behind the net, the wraparound shot. Never made it. The goal comes off its bearings, but no whistle so far from the ref. Now Duquesne with numbers the other way. It's a 3-on-1 if they hurry. But a good job by IUP to deflect that one away. That shot from the point went wide. Flock will send it across. That shot goes just wide. Jared Smith had a look at the net there. He's calling for it now in the middle. As they tried to get it to Smith, but it was deflected. Now here comes IUP the other way. A shot saved with the blocker by Gagne, and up into the safety netting we'll have a face-off. .5:28 to go here in the second period. The two teams battle for it. IUP will send this one behind the net. A shot saved by Gagne. IUP is getting the puck to the slot here in the second period. Gagne has saved most of them. Duquesne almost turns this one over, but they get it to Medallo in the neutral zone. He'll bring it in on the near boards towards the goal. And that one is covered by Halbert. was a good hit there by Barger to win the puck back for Duquesne. But they turn it over in their own zone. The Crimson Hawks will opt to just dump this one in off the boards, and Duquesne will regain possession up the near side. Liam Mooney will get this one for Duquesne as the two teams battle. And now IUP has it. From the blue line, a shot was headed wide but gloved by Gagne. .4:10 to go here in the second period. IUP has it on the far boards. And now here comes Duquesne the other way. Rich will dump this one all the way in. Zachary Rich, and a whistle. .338 here in the second period. IUP leads it 2-0. Live here from the Alpha Ice Complex in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the home of the Duquesne Dukes hockey team. A shot on goal turned away by Helpart. And a big collision. Finn Moss was there for Duquesne. Rich will send this one in. IUP will regain possession and Duquesne will change. All the way up the ice. That one was deflected, so no icing. IUP gets it behind the net. A shot in on Gagne, and he turns it away. A scrum out in front of the net here. This one getting pretty heated here with 3 minutes to go in the second period. There'll be a lot for the referees to figure out here. So a lot to be figured out here. But what we do know for sure is that Xavier Solomon, number 93 for IUP, does have a 2-minute minor for holding. And then everything else with the brief fights we figured out separately. Those players involved will not return for the second period, but Duquesne will be on a man advantage for the holding penalty. There was Solomon holding Jared Smith is what caused the power play for Duquesne. And then all the other players sent to the box will likely be there for the rest of this second period as there's only 3 minutes to go. Duquesne on the man advantage. A nice move and a shot. Saved by Halpart. That one is gloved by Halpart. Madala with a couple of good opportunities there for Duquesne. Only 16 seconds ran off there as Duquesne briefly came away with the draw. IUP was able to clear. Now they'll move through the neutral zone. Good defensive play by Duquesne to win it back. Flock through the neutral zone. He'll bring it in. Flock waits. He'll send this one in front. Rich on the other end. Madalo back to Rich. Rich at the blue line. Gets it back to Madalo. Madalo shot on net, turned away by Halpart. Another shot on net, and now a whistle. Looks like the goal came off on the other end now. So a discussion over near the penalty boxes. Likely what they're telling Solomon is that when the minute 14 expires here on the penalty, he will not be allowed to return to the ice because he's also probably going to get a 5-minute for fighting. So he will not be able to return to the ice most likely, and it'll be another player who will come off the bench for IUP to even us out at 5-on-5 as that shot was deflected wide by Halpart. Behind the net, Duquesne. Send it out. Baskinger, a shot. And that one is saved by Halpart. Correction, that was Mooney with the shot for Duquesne. 55 seconds on the man advantage. Zachary Rich will take the draw for Duquesne. He's got Flock to his right. Madalo has it. Madalo again at the blue line. A shot from Flock. And that one never made it on net. And now here comes IUP the other way. It's a one-on-one with Gagne. And Gagne makes the save. Gagne able to get that left pad out there and deny IUP on the odd man rush. Zachary Rich. A shot from Lombardo goes just wide. Duquesne will hold at the blue line. Rich. That is the end of the man advantage. A shot turned away by Halpart. IUP tries to clear. We're under a minute in the second period. That one's deflected up off the glass. And now Halpart will cover. 40 seconds left. So Solomon, not the player returning for IUP out of the box. Instead, it was number 6 who will make it 5-on-5 as Solomon also most likely has a 5-minute for fighting. With 40 seconds, IUP wins the draw. They'll bring it up the far board through the neutral zone. And that pass never connected for IUP, and Duquesne will send it up the other way. Here's Olszewski. Tried to dangle that one into the zone. He couldn't. Now here's a shot from Duquesne. It's deflected away by Halpart. They use a stick to deflect that pass to center ice away as well, and IUP into the neutral zone. It's a 2-on-1 if they hurry. To the slot, they send it back across, and the save by Gagne. Hunter Fairman had it in point-blank range for the Crimson Hawks, but Gagne said no. .38, all that's left here in an exciting second period that has given IUP a 2-0 lead over Duquesne. IUP wins it a shot, and that was deflected up behind the net, and the buzzer sounds. That will do it for the second period. The two teams will head back to their locker rooms. A very exciting second period at that. Got very physical there towards the end. A little chirping back and forth between the two teams, but they will head to their respective locker rooms. And we will take a break. You're listening to Duquesne Hockey on the Duquesne Hockey YouTube channel. Welcome back here on the Duquesne Hockey YouTube channel. My name is Brendan Flato. I'm bringing you today's action live from the Alpha Ice Complex in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We got about 5 minutes until the teams take the ice for this much-anticipated third period. Indiana leads it 2-0 over your Duquesne Dukes. Let's look at these last two matchups between the two teams. Last year, game number one between the two on November 8th, it took place at IUP, and Indiana won that one 8-3. And then game two here at the Alpha Ice Complex on January 25th did not go the way of the Dukes either, as IUP took that one 11-1. A much closer scoreline here today, and a game that has been played much closer between the two teams. It doesn't feel like a 2-0 lead for IUP, even though it is. Duquesne has had their opportunities, but IUP has taken full advantage of the opportunities that they have had as well. They had a strong power play that didn't result in a goal, but they got 6 shots on Gagne. Gagne really saved the Dukes on that one. But that was probably the best flurry of offense that we've seen from the Crimson Hawks in this one. And then for Duquesne, they had the opportunity on the penalty shot there, looking for a shorthanded goal on IUP's penalty, but they were unable to convert. We saw the flurry of fights near the end of the second period as well. So that will all be sorted out by our officials as we return for the third period. It'll be interesting to see if those players will spend 2 minutes in the box because the fights occurred with 3 minutes remaining in the second period, or if that was just a sit out until the end of the period and you'll be back on here for the third. IUP leads the shots on goal 28-23, and they've got a 2-0 lead over the Duquesne Dukes. We'll be back with the third period in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. You're listening to Duquesne Hockey on the Duquesne Hockey YouTube channel. Welcome back here for the third period of play from the Alpha Ice Complex in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of your Duquesne Dukes. We have a 2-0 lead for IUP as we enter this third period. The players involved in the fights and scuffles with 3 minutes to go in the second period will remain in the box, likely for 2 minutes, but they will enter at a stoppage. So once that 5 minutes runs up, it'll be the next stoppage after that when the players will be allowed to return from the box. A good move there by Duquesne to get it in, a shot, and it's saved by Halbert. That was Lombardo. Put a nice move there out near the blue line, got to the point, but the shot, not much to the task of Halbert. Olszewski will take the draw, Casali will take the draw for Duquesne. He wins it. Near the blue line, Bassinger dumps this one in. And here comes IUP into the neutral zone. They turn it over to the Dukes. A battle for it in front of the benches. It's won by the Dukes. Casali into the zone. He fires wide. Lombardo, and that one is covered. Correction, that was Olszewski who had the shot for the Dukes. A little bit of a collision in front of the net. It was Casali who was taken down. And we'll have a draw to the right of Halpert. (28-24), the shots on goal favor the Crimson Hawks. We're about 45 seconds into this third period. This one sent all the way down. Baskiner was the first in the area for the Dukes. Now Finn Moss. A battle for it on the far boards. Baskinger will get it for the Dukes, and he'll dump it all the way down. And this one, untouched, will be icing. Good effort by Casali to skate down there, but wasn't able to get that one in time. Good crowd on hand here at the Alpha Ice Complex. As a shot on Gagne, and he turns it away. The puck is loose in front momentarily. IUP is able to keep it in the zone. A centering pass doesn't connect, and it's mishandled at the blue line, and IUP will have to reset. Schmelzer will send this one across the neutral zone, and IUP will come in with pace. A good defensive play by the Dukes, not allowing him to get where he wanted to go on the attack there. That one is deflected into the zone, so it will not be icing. Barger made a good run at that one. IUP into the neutral zone. They'll dump this one in. Goes behind Gagne, who will cover. And then bounced out off the boards behind Gagne. He was debating whether to let his defense take that or to cover. IUP made a good rush towards the net. Gagne makes a smart decision to cover, and we'll have a draw. Barger battling for it on the far boards. Duquesne's able to win it, but not get out of the zone, and that shot from the blue line saved with the glove by Gagne. Jason Tucker will take the draw for Duquesne. That shot attempt was deflected, never quite got to the goal for the Crimson Hawks. The two teams will battle for possession. It gets in front of the net. Gagne with the save. IUP will dump this one behind the net. Mooney will be the first to get to it for Duquesne. They can't clear the zone. From the slot, a pass redirected wide of the net. That pass was deflected in the direction of Gagne. He's able to cover. We'll have another draw here as Duquesne still can't quite get this puck out of the IUP zone. Or correction, out of their own zone. Medalla will take the draw for Duquesne, and he wins it. Medallo and Rich were running onto it for Duquesne, but that one was never touched, and it will result in an icing. IUP undefeated on the young season. Duquesne 1-2 in conference play. IUP 3-0. They send this one through the neutral zone. And a good defensive play by Medallo to separate the man from the puck there. Now a centering pass saved by Gagne from point blank range. Hunter Fairman had a great look at the net there on a great tape-to-tape centering pass. But Gagne stood his ground. A great job getting across his crease to make that save. Adams is on for the Crimson Hawks. The draw won by Flock. And now Duquesne through the neutral zone. Casali will dump this one in and chase it. Casali and Olshansky fight for that one for the Dukes, but IUP comes up with it. Through the neutral zone, they have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Flock gets back. And Flock able to deflect that centering pass. It'll go out near the blue line, and IUP will keep it in. That was Donovan for the Crimson Hawks. Now behind the net, the wraparound shot turned away by Mooney. Duquesne will chip this one into the neutral zone. A little bit of a collision after the play on the far boards there. The arms stay down for the officials. And here's an icing. (31-24), the shots on goal favor the Crimson Hawks as they lead this one 2-0. Griffin Lewis will take the draw for Duquesne. Duquesne unable to keep this one in. Now IUP picks it up in the neutral zone. The shot just goes wide. Gagne had the glove to the post. The shot wide for IUP. They regain possession of the neutral zone. Now they'll bring it into the zone. The shot turned away by Gagne. A centering pass, tape to tape, and it's a goal for the Crimson Hawks. A man was able to get open there on the far side. That was Adams for IUP. A nice tape-to-tape pass from his teammate, and he finds the back of the net, beating Gagne, who was sliding across the crease there. It's 3-0 here. IUP with 15:20 to go in the third. Duquesne won the draw, but get forced all the way into their own end. Zachary Rich able to clear the zone, and Medallo was trying to get to that one, but the ref got in his way, and he ended up tripping up the ref there. Now Adams for IUP. Mooney is able to turn it away, and we have a whistle. Looks like offside's the call from the linesman. 14:56 to go. Duquesne able to regain possession. Mooney will send a shot on net. It goes wide. And after a little bit of a battle along the boards, IUP will come up with it. And it's quickly taken away by great defense of the Dukes. Zachary Rich almost tripped there. Now Flock has it. Battle for it on the near boards. Duquesne's able to clear the zone. Olszewski into the zone. Now Moss. Moss looking to center it. Olszewski just kind of chips that one up on net, and Halbert will cover. A man down for the Crimson Hawks. Now Duquesne has it. A shot from the slot turned away by Halpert. We have a little bit of a scuffle here between Rennick and Flock in front of the away bench here. Rierick is going to be headed to the box. And now Rierick has been tossed from today's game. He said something coming off the ice that the referees did not appreciate. So he's now pointing towards the scoreboard and hyping up the crowd as he'll exit this one, with the referee having to guide him all the way down the stairs. A lot of words being exchanged between the players, the fans, the refs. So Duquesne will get another power play here. Unsure if it'll be a major or a minor penalty. It's going to be a minor penalty, so a 2 and a 10 here. So it's a 10-minute game misconduct for Rierick. And so it's going to be a 2-minute minor, which will be served by number 19, Loza, for IUP. I believe a 2 and a 10 is what was called by the refs. That'll be a 10-minute misconduct for Rierick. And a 2-minute minor, which will be served by number 19. The faceoff won by the Dukes. Flock, backhand shot turned away by Halbert. Flock gets it to Rich behind the net. It was it was Dominic Lombardo who tried to dangle that one through the crease. The shot was turned away by Halbert. The net came dislodged. We'll get another whistle. A minute 46 to go on the power play as words continue to be exchanged out here on the ice. Here's Christian Lloyd. He'll send this one around behind the net. Now Medallo. Medallo from the blue line. That shot blocked. Medallo gets it back in the neutral zone, and he turns it over. IUP the other way. And it's won back by Rich and Flock behind the net. Here comes Rich. Zachary Rich on the near boards. Into the offensive zone. He'll drop it back to Lloyd. Lloyd, a shot. Turned away. A big collision in front of the bench. Rich, a shot. That one's turned away as well. Number 23 holding his shoulder there as he blocked that shot, and the referees will give him a whistle. Correction, it'll be a whistle because it's another penalty, likely interference for that hit in front of the IUP bench. So now it'll be 5-on-3 advantage for the Dukes for the next minute and 1 second, and then a 2-minute penalty is called for interference. So it'll be a minute and 1 second, about a minute of 5-on-3, and about a minute of 5-on-4 to cover the next relatively 2 minutes here of play. Duquesne looking to take advantage of this, but now IUP brings it the other way. And a good takeaway by Flock. Flock through the neutral zone. Correction, that's Finn Moss bringing it through the neutral zone for Duquesne. A battle for it, and IUP clears. 35 on the 5-on-3. That one is covered by Halpert. That will allow for both teams to change the top lines. The top power play and the top penalty kill are back out here on the ice. Lombardo took the draw for Duquesne. IUP attempted to clear, and they will get it out of the zone. Zachary Rich will drop it back to Lloyd. Lloyd, the senior, will bring it around the net. He'll drop it back to Madalo. Madalo, with some speed, approaches the neutral zone. Now into the offensive end. Madalo tried to dangle.